Everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Look, I'm right here. Don't pay attention to the video, just pay attention to the audio. We have about 20 minutes in this live stream. I apologize, guys. I've been off of the channel for a couple of days. I've been spending 3 days with Dynamic Training Solutions, Phil Veloso, awesome sniper instructor. And I've been spending time with Randy from GVPS during that course. I had tactical training in the desert. So I just been really occupied. To answering a lot of the comments, emails, and I'm slowly getting back into gear. Anyhow, hey, today's video I want to talk about suspending security guards, officers, and I want to talk about it from a perspective of the employee and the employer. So first off, I am on Instagram under The Firearms Trainer. That's another way that you can connect with me. It's called The Firearms Trainer. We have a a subscriber that reached out and mentioned something. We were just talking about suspensions. I'm not going to get into the topic or our discussion because it's a private conversation. This video has nothing to do with our conversation. This is just something that I've been thinking about over the past year or so. And I actually ran out of topics to discuss. So finally, we had this conversation. I'm like, I'm going to talk about suspensions. So once again, this has nothing to do with our private discussion, because then, you talk about private discussions, people don't trust you anymore. This is just in general terms. Hey guys and gals, if you notice that on the title, it says something to the effect of security guards, suspensions, and something to the effect that this video is for employees and employers. I strategically put the word employees in front of employers because your employees matter the most if you're the employer or supervisor or management. If you orient your company in such a way that's employee-based, you'll have a more successful company. Trust me on that one. It absolutely works. Okay, so on the employee side, when you're suspended in private security, oh my goodness, it is devastating because unless you belong to a union, you don't have any rights. Unless the suspension is based on discrimination. So maybe they're discriminating against you because of the color of your skin, your race, your religion, political preference, disability, something to those degrees, then you would have illegal discrimination and you would have an unlawful suspension. And all of those are actually very difficult to prove because the employee has the onus of proving those causes of actions. But it's devastating for those reasons, because you don't have the safeguards that law enforcement, especially in California, have. I wrote this in my book, The Private Patrol Operator, which is available on Amazon, managing a California-based private security company. When you suspend, or when a security guard is suspended without pay, that's almost the same as firing them. Because number one, most private security officers, they don't get paid a lot of money. So if you live in the Los Angeles area and all you're getting is $23 an hour, and you work full-time 40 hours a week and you're suspended for a week, oh my goodness, that's almost like terminating the employee. That employee could potentially default on a car payment. They could potentially default on a mortgage, rent, utility bills. It's horrible because a lot of private security live paycheck by paycheck. And unfortunately, I live I live every other paycheck by every other paycheck. And that's because I'm in a family of basically, and I'm the only one that has a traditional job, even with all of these secondary and third employment opportunities I have. So maybe 1 week will not hurt me. 2 weeks could be my arm broken. Okay. So if you're an employer and you're going to suspend an employee, just imagine that. Now, if it's suspended without pay, that's something different. Okay. If there's an investigation and it's pending, and it's most likely going to be favorable to the employee, why not pay that employee? Second, this is a tip for employers. Okay, you guys should be telling your employee why they're suspended. If you don't, you're devastating morale. And you could tell them just in general terms. And I'm not actually going to use the law enforcement model in California. It's something that's doable in private security, and it's something that will absolutely work. And I'll discuss that model for you. But let them know, you guys, it will destroy that employee's morale, that employee's psyche. Other employees will see what you're doing and not even telling your employee why they are on leave. And they're not going to want to work for that employer any longer, because it's horrible. Just wondering, like, why are you being suspended? Now, most of the time, you know why you're being suspended. Almost all the time. Now, there's sometimes when I get called in the office, like, I have no clue why I'm being called in the office. But they're usually for minor issues. If I ever get an internal investigation at work, I want to say most of the time I know what it's for, but sometimes I'm blindsided. I'm like, what the hell? This person said what? Okay, now, why don't I give your employees notice on why they're being suspended? Okay, other than what we discuss. Well, that gives them time to at least find witnesses, contact others that might benefit them. Because let's face it, guys, clients lie. Clients lie all the time. Are you going to get rid of an employee just because the client said something, and that can't be backed by any evidence? Now I think just because of the general work of contract private security, I don't think that the burden of proof should be like in a court of law, especially for the client. You determine what you believe is enough evidence. But at least if you tell your employee what they're being investigated for, at the very least, that person can look for other employees, co-workers, and bring them for their defense. At the least, I think that's the fairest thing that you can do. For the employees out there, you also have to keep in mind that there are a lot of jealous co-workers. Those jealous co-workers will sometimes call a client and tell them, hey, you know what? So-and-so is doing this. So-and-so is doing that. Because many times, contacting the client has more weight than contacting a supervisor or the owner of the company. Because sometimes the owner of the company is at mercy for the client. And we know that if the client cancels a contract, if they're able to legally do that, your coworkers or other employees for the company are also going to be out of work. Okay. Let me just go through the comments, make sure I don't leave any questions unanswered. Hey, Professional Security Journal is here. Welcome, Mike from the Professional Security Journal. Okay, I lost my train of thought right now. Oh yeah, we're talking about there's employees out there that will obviously they'll go above the company leadership, and then they'll reach out to the client to try to get you fired. And guys, another thing is YouTube. You got to be really careful on what you're uploading on YouTube. So for example, I work at somewhere where I've been there like more than 10 years. And having this channel, I know that other officers are going to say, psst, 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 you know what Sean said? Psst, 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 psst. Hey, look at this video. They share videos. There's about 5 or maybe 7 subscribers that are people that I work with on a weekly basis, and they watch videos constantly. And I know that there used to be snitches that would make stuff up about me and they love all the videos I uploaded. And what they would do is they would send links and screenshots of the videos to our administration. However, I dot all my I's and I cross all of my T's. I'm very careful on what I say on camera. I hide my patches. I hide my work environment. You won't see any of my uniform. Now, sometimes when I'm leaving the range, I'll have my uniform on, but I remove the patches, and I'm 100% off duty. If I need to, I mean, I could go to Walmart, shop like that. If I want to get shot, obviously. People see, oh, he's wearing this tactical uniform or these uniform pants. He must be associated with security or law enforcement. Let me take him out. Now, obviously, I don't do that. But I remove my patches, and I don't record on duty at all. So where I work at, we have paid lunches. You don't see me on camera uploading videos on myself on break because I'm off duty. Now, if I work private security and I'm on my break, that's a different issue. However, if in the background, I disclose the work environment, I disclose Mike Alvarez, he made a video, it's called OPSEC. I forgot what it is. It's an acronym. Basically, it's a way to provide security for your organization. I'm sorry, for the client. I forgot what the what the acronym is. But you're not seeing that on my videos. Once again, just came back from sniper school. Sorry, guys. I was videotaping or video recording and taking photographs of a sniper hide setup in an undisclosed environment. I can't even mention on camera. And Phil mentioned, hey, you know what? Just don't upload this to social media. And I totally get it. I totally understand. You know, once again, we're not going to give criminals out there an upper advantage. Having said all this, guys and gals, once again, if you own a security company, just be mindful if you put somebody on unpaid leave. It's almost the same as firing them. And also let them know why they're being suspended. It destroys your psyche. You know, I've been under IA and internal affairs investigation, like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 times, and I've been successful on all of them. But man, it does play a toll on you, especially if you know it's BS and you know that the investigators are going to believe the lying party. I don't want to say the other party. I want to say the lying party. Anyhow, that's all I got. Excuse me. Let me just go to the comments. Oh, thank you, Randy. OPSEC, OPSEC, OPSEC. Yeah, that's basically, you know, maintaining confidentiality of your posts and the operations. I already know, like, if I were to be at my work site in our city where we patrol and I'm having my paid lunch break and I video record an event and I upload it to YouTube, there's somebody that's going to snitch me off to administration and say, hey, you know what, you're giving the public confidential information that can jeopardize officers or public safety. That's why I'm really careful on separating my YouTube channel from actual work. Okay. Now, this whole YouTube thing, uploads, that could be topic of another video. This video generally addresses the need to not, well, the thought about putting people on administrative leave. Okay. Unfortunately, you guys and gals, the client has the ultimate decision. They have the ultimate decision. What I look forward to are the security companies that look to the employee as a form of trust, as a person of trust, and say, you know what, this employee is trustworthy. The client is overreacting. They're not engaging the evidence fairly. I'm going to give this security officer another try, and I'll assign him to another post. Unfortunately, sometimes there's not another post that you could put this employee to, because many times we're working contract security. So basically, the employer has to find another client. But guys and gals, there are employees out there that are worth salvaging. Okay, maybe if you can just put this employee on leave for 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, while you look for other contracts, I think it's worthwhile, especially if you have an employee that shows up on time every time, maybe even early, that's professional, that displays great hygiene, has a professional uniform appearance, talks articulate, very professional and dedicated. That's the employee that you want to salvage. Salvage. That you want to salvage. And that employee, look, guys and gals, that employee will forever remain loyal to you and always keep you in mind. You never know what's going to happen. You might end up starting your own security company. You might end up being management for a security company. And maybe, just maybe, you need a subcontractor to work a post, a work assignment. And then because you remember your employer was believed in you, you might reach up to that person and give them job opportunities. Okay, I'm telling you guys, people have given me a second chance in life, and then later on, when I was successful with my private investigation company, I would give this person a chance in life because their business failed. It works two ways. People always remember that loyalty, guys, and that's what we need to do with our employees is be loyal to them and trust them. Okay, just give them that trust that's deserved, obviously. Let me just make sure I didn't leave anybody out in the live chat. Hey, David from the Security Guard. David, I promise to watch your other videos. I've had 4 training days in a row, and then now I have 3 or 4 days in a row of work. Very exhausted, but I'm going to eventually watch it. Okay, Samuel says, unless the company made me sign an NDA, that stands for non-disclosure agreement, I don't see a problem uploading videos at work on break. Unless the company made me sign. Okay, I don't see much of an issue, and this is my personal opinion, uploading videos at work. But look, this is the issue. I mean, this is a small nuance here. If you're uploading the videos at work, are you using the company's Wi-Fi system? Meaning you're using the router, you're using their subscription for internet service, or are you uploading on your, on your 3G, 4G, or 5G network? If you're uploading it using your mobile data carrier that's paid exclusively from you, and it's your own lunchtime, your time, meaning that you're not paid, I don't see a problem with that. And notice he just mentioned uploading, but if you're taking videos, like I want to say body camera videos, I've seen a lot of body camera videos. One video I saw, I thought, oh my goodness, why would you upload this video? It was a use of force. And I just thought that it was not a good idea. Most of the other body camera videos look great, but that video I was thinking, oh my goodness, that's not a good, don't upload that. Later on, I didn't even mention anything. This subscriber actually deleted that video. We didn't even talk, no discussion. He found the need to delete that video. Samuel says, I would not try and hide my employer. It's public records. In my opinion, that is not a good idea. You're paid to provide. Now, let me know what you guys think on this. You're paid to provide security service. Okay, security meaning you're securing the perimeter. You're securing the buildings. That's security. If you're making body camera videos of your job, and then you're uploading to YouTube, well, the question is, who does that benefit? And most of the time, it benefits you. It doesn't benefit the employer, unless the employer authorizes it, and it doesn't benefit the client. Client, they'll see that, hey, you know what? Actually, the public will say, hey, you know what? This security company is operating during these hours. This is how they interact with public. This is how they interact with a suspicious person. This person, this security officer, doesn't is not tactically sound. Therefore, this client is easy to penetrate. I can easily penetrate to the buildings. I could take out one of their officers and penetrate and go directly to the asset that they're trying to protect. That's why I don't think it's a good idea. But you do you, we do us, and you guys know how that goes. Again, there's like 5 or 6 body camera channels out there constantly showing videos. And the thing is, almost all the channels that I'm viewing out there, they're doing something that basically incriminates themselves, sometimes criminal liability and sometimes civil liability. And a lot of times they don't understand, like, hey, I could be, this can lead to some type of indictment, a civil case, but they don't understand because many times their training, education, experience is limited to what they know. But when you have a third party looking at it, like, oh man, don't do this. And I'm saying this because all the mistakes that I've seen out there, I've done on the body camera videos. You name it, guys. I've made all of those mistakes, and I learned from those mistakes. I've been in private security and law enforcement since November of 1998. That's 24, almost maybe 24, 25 years of making mistakes. So Samuel says, and by the way, guys, well, let me read his comment. He says, I would just start by saying that my options are my own and do not represent my employer. That is if I had not signed a non-disclosure agreement. He says, you're right. You made a great point. And this is the thing about YouTube, guys. So I don't know Samuel personally. We can't interact like on telephone. YouTube, it's usually like, it's kind of like one way streak. Because we're not having like a human discussion. It's hard to drive his point across and my point across. There's not a clear explanation of maybe what we're trying to accomplish here. Once again, there's a lot more details that he would probably want to include, but it's because of platform, you guys. I mean, you're typing away with your 2 fingers or your 3 fingers. I'm over here on the side of the road, talking to you guys. And I can't read your body language. You can't read mine because I'm in the dark. But here I am. So I'm just saying that this platform is not the best platform to exchange information all the time. All right, let me just go through the comments one more time. Doug. My smart man, Doug, is here. Welcome, Doug. And Doug, we're actually finishing the live stream. Anyhow, I'm signing off. Whoa, wait a minute. The security guard channel. Hey, he's here. He says, thank you for sharing this. Thank you, Damien. I'm trying to catch up, sir, to all of your videos. Man, you've uploaded some good videos. I just can't catch up right now. There was like 5 a day so far. So I'll try to as much as possible to start watching them a little bit more and commenting. American Top Gunner says, I need an armed job. I settled for Allied in San Diego. No. No. Oh, man. That's all right. We still got love for you. All right, guys, I'm out of here.